What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video, and today we've got some exciting stuff because we could finally be seeing the return of Tomb Raider to a Nintendo platform, something that I actually hinted at last year with my cryptic 1996 live streams that I was having. Hey, there might be something from 1996 coming to the Switch. Look up for something from 1996. I can't find the archives, but you guys know, for those who watch my live streams, you guys know I talked about it, so we'll get into that. Plus, we have a brand new Paper Mario, the Origami King. Nintendo will be having a Treehouse Live, and on top of that, there will be a brand new game from WayForward, a franchise that is new to them, a third-party franchise, which Nintendo had to come out and clarify because people were going crazy with Metroid and Star Fox and Star Tropics and all sorts of stuff. My stream was crazy when this news, or when we talked about this news here, so Nintendo had to come out and say, hey, calm down a bit just here, you know, calm down. But anyway, we're going to talk about that too. So let's first start off with this Tomb Raider news, because this has me very excited that something that I learned about last year or so might be coming to fruition here, and we do have some extra evidence that this is definitely happening. So Game Rant got their hands on a supposed promo image showing off an upcoming project from Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics, and the art shows off 3 different generations of Tomb Raider. So that's a lot of Tomb Raider, guys. Now, if this is accurate, we could be getting a packaged game that features the original trilogy, games from the later half of the 2000s, and the most recent entries, because that last post is interesting, or last picture. It's Guardian of Light, Tomb Raider Guardian of Light. That is the isometric Tomb Raider style of game. So very interesting that they would use that as a picture instead of Rise of Tomb Raider or Shadow of Tomb Raider or the Tomb Raider reboot that we got as well. Now, this doesn't confirm things, guys, because somebody could easily make this, but there's also a Stadia logo on there. So if somebody made this, that is a huge troll. But then again, I think that that might lead to it being real, because Square Enix has supported Stadia. They got Final Fantasy 15 on there, and they've got Tomb Raider, so they've already got some stuff on there. So it seems like it could be legit. Now, August 27th is the date, is the release date, and Square Enix did have some SKUs that were unknown for the Switch that we didn't know about, and they've done some pretty big support on the Switch already, right? We've got Octopath Traveler, we've got the Mana series, we've got Dragon Quest, we've got tons of Final Fantasy games. I mean, there's a lot of Square Enix stuff, but that's all Japanese support. There hasn't been a lot of Western support on the Switch from Square Enix, and this could be a very good start. Now, another reason why I think this could be potentially real, or pretty much real, is that there was a trademark for this same game, or the name of this game, the Ultimate Experience Tomb Raider. That there was a trademark. You guys are seeing it. So to me, with that trademark on top of this promo picture here, and on top of what I already heard in terms of the information and that I was teasing last year with the whole 1996, remember PS1 Tomb Raider, that's when it started, 1996. Like, I feel that this is definitely going to be happening, and why not when it comes to Square Enix and Tomb Raider? You know, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think it did okay. I'm not really sure where it ended up. I don't think it did as well as, I guess, like the Tomb Raider reboot, the original, and also like Rise of the Tomb Raider. In terms of things, I know it didn't review as well, and I know it's a good game, but I'm not sure how well it did. But hey, this is a good way to say, let's just kind of package everything and put that in there. Now, the only problem, right, would be file size, because those games are already huge. Like, if you look at Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Guardian of Light, not so much, but those games are pretty big. And there would definitely be some issues with file size with Square Enix, unless Nintendo somehow helped them out and got a 32GB cartridge, and to where they can fit a lot of that stuff there, and there was a lot of compression with some of the things. But in terms of like a Blu-ray for PS4 and Xbox One, yeah, definitely seems feasible. And people love Tomb Raider, man. Tomb Raider is a great franchise, but I do think this could be the debut, and this would be dope, man. It's been so long. Those Wii games with Tomb Raider, like Underworld, garbage. Tomb Raider Anniversary, kind of garbage. Those games were not good in my opinion. They were all right, because I have played the newer Tomb Raider games, some of them. I have not played the Guardian of Light, I have not played Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but I have played the Tomb Raider reboot. I played that on my PC back around the time when it first came out. I think there was like a Steam sale, and I picked it up then. And I also played it on my Xbox One when there was the games with gold, and it was on there. And from what I've played, it's pretty good. I think that it's a solid game, and I think that it would be really good on the Nintendo Switch. It's an action game. It has RPG elements in there. The newer Tomb Raiders, not the older ones. The older ones are weird, and like I said, I don't really like the older Tomb Raiders, but the newer Tomb Raider games are pretty good. Heck, even that isometric Tomb Raider game is really good as well. So I would love to see that on the Switch. Like I said, I think it would be a great introduction to the Switch base for Tomb Raider, man. And people have been asking for Tomb Raider. Heck, we had people sitting there crying and complaining whenever, you know, Square Enix would do one thing and not bring out some of their other stuff. So if Tomb Raider was able to come over to Nintendo Switch, that would be a big deal for a lot of fans out there. And of course, PS4, Xbox One, Steam, Stadia, people who haven't got a chance to play Tomb Raider or just want all the games right there, bam, you can put them out. And Square Enix hasn't really been releasing like the older Tomb Raiders. It's not like you can get those pretty easily on all the different systems. So this is a good time to have all of your back catalog of Tomb Raider finally come over to the modern front and give people who played the Tomb Raider reboot and the newer games a look at how the older games and how Lara Croft kind of got started and everything. So I think this is going to happen based off of the evidence that we do have here. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to this collection, this ultimate collection of Tomb Raider, and it potentially being on the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, moving on to the next topic here. I am very excited to talk about this because Nintendo has announced a brand new Treehouse live segment with Paper Mario, the Origami King, and I'm going to be streaming it. I'm not going to be in paper, okay, but I'm going to be streaming this one, and I am excited to talk about it, man, because Paper Mario, the Origami King, you know, news came out recently that there's no XP, which we already knew because they released a big overview trailer on, you know, on their YouTube channel, which showed off that there wasn't really experience and it's really coin based and stuff like that. So I don't know why people were thinking that it was going to be something otherwise, but that's beside the point. The point is that Paper Mario the Origami King, there is going to be a Treehouse live on it, and there's also going to be a new game reveal from WayForward. So let's go ahead and get into what Nintendo had to say on the matter and their clarification on what WayForward is doing. Check out gameplay of the upcoming game Paper Mario the Origami King tomorrow, July 10th at 10 a.m. PT on Nintendo Treehouse Live, July 2020. Plus, we'll feature a first reveal and gameplay for a title in a franchise new to developer WayForward. Now, they also clarified saying, please note that WayForward's new title featured in Nintendo Treehouse Live is based on a third-party property. So there goes all the Metroid and all of the F-Zero and all of the Star Tropics and all of the other talk that people were trying to say. I had a live stream and people were just going off, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I suggested on Twitter and even in my live stream, I was like, hey, well, maybe it's like Castlevania. Maybe it's a Castlevania game. And then Nate from Direct Feed Games comes in and says, no, it's not going to be that, OJ. So, I mean, it's not going to be Castlevania. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that. So I have no idea what it's going to be at this point. I mean, we know that WayForward is very good with 2D games. So I would guess that it's going to be a franchise that's already established in 2D and then brought over from them. I mean, maybe it's DuckTales. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something. They worked on DuckTales before, so maybe it's a brand new DuckTales game. But no, they already worked on it because they said that it's a franchise that's new to them. So why am I bringing up DuckTales? They've never worked on this franchise before. They've already worked on that. So scratch what I just said here, guys. I don't know what it's going to be. That's why I thought it was Castlevania. So it's probably not that, but I have no idea what it's going to end up being. But I will say this. I'm excited for Paper Mario the Origami King. Like, I think the battles look really good. I talked about the first reviews from Famitsu, Nintendo, everything translated them, and it got straight 9s. It got a 36 out of 40 straight 9s. Everybody said, in the reviews at least, that it's really cool. Based on the previews of people that have been playing the game, they love it. The game has a lot of charm, and there's a lot of cool stuff about the game. So I'm excited to see more about it, and it's coming out next week. So we can be excited. Gamers are going to have a field day next week. We've got Ghost of Tsushima, and we've also got Paper Mario the Origami King coming out. So those are two really good games that gamers are going to enjoy. We have a Treehouse Live that's going to be really cool. I will be streaming this event. So for those that are eventually going to ask, of course, which I've already stated, but I'll state it again. I will be streaming this event. I'm going to go live a bit early. So you should expect something like maybe around like 8:30 a.m. PT, which would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 11:30 a.m. ET. So I'll be streaming a bit early. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll have all the updates for you guys. I'll have the links. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we're streaming. Like, I will make sure that I will let you guys know before time, like, you know, when we're starting up. We're going to have a little bit of a hype stream for this one. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Paper Mario is a hype game. I think WayForward, they're a great developer. They make great games. They also make Shantae, so you know that they make high quality 2D games, 2D animations. 2D gameplay has always been their strong suit. They also did Mighty Switch Force as well, if you don't know about Shantae. So they've made so many games over the years. They're like 30 years old or something like that. They've been around for a long time. They've got some great games that they've made, and they've worked on some big IPs too. They've done licensed games. They've done all sorts of stuff. So I think that whatever they do end up getting, I think it's going to be good enough to where Nintendo's like, okay, we're going to show this off on a Nintendo Treehouse Live. So this isn't going to be like some type of crap game or anything. I think that it's going to be a good game. They also did like the Mummy game, which was really good on the Switch too. Like that was a really good game as well. So I think that this is going to be solid. So we have to wait and see what it's going to be. I don't really know. After my Castlevania stuff got shot down, I don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, it's something that they haven't worked on before, so DuckTales is the no-go. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.